All right, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2 is what I want to talk about. Um, I feel like I need to talk about this because, if it gets through, if Deontay Wilder, if you are listening to me, you know, you lost the fight. Every time you come out with more excuses, it just make you look bad, or like a sore loser, or like after the fight, you gave it to him, you said he won the fight, and you had good things to say about each other after the fight, but there's some things that's coming out now that you're saying, and that it sound like you're trying to make excuses or whatever the situation is. But the only thing that you should have really recognized was that, um, first of all, you didn't do your homework, because from the first fight you was losing. You got your lucky overhand right, your power shot or whatever off, and that's how you came through from the first fight. But he was outboxing you. So if you would have looked back at that tape, you would have seen that you was being outboxed, and you going to fight the same man again, and the same thing could happen. But you were so dependent on that power shot to getting through that you didn't go and improve your boxing skills. So let's get into it. Y'all like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to pick my channel up or whatever the situation is. So like and subscribe, please. Okay, so Deontay Wilder, he's making a lot of excuses why he thought he lost the fight. One of the reasons is because of his costume. He said it was weighing like 40 pounds, and it was heavy, and that was one of the reasons why his legs was weak. Now, we're not sure why his legs was weak. Did he have sex? Did he stop having sex? Or did he continue to have sex? Or what was the situation? Did he even get sleep the night before or whatever? We're not sure, because 140-pound costume or whatever the situation is. Well, the situation is about the costume. You should have came in there about business, first of all. Forget all of that. Us black people, we like to show off, and, jewelry and clothes and all of that stuff like that. But, you got to get like straight down to business and stuff like that, because you couldn't have came in there that confident, because from the first fight you was losing. You was being outboxed. And it looked like you was going to lose the fight, but you pulled through with the one punch. I can't stress that enough. So you should have looked at that tape, and you should have went back and did like Tyson did. He fired his old trainer, and he got with somebody that could, teach him some skills and stuff like that. So he was coming back ready for you or whatever the situation. So he improved even more than what he was from the first fight. So you should have did the same thing. If you didn't fire your trainers, you should have added somebody to your team that could help you with your boxing skills and stuff. So that was one of your excuses, Deontay Wilder, was that the 40-pound costume. Well, that's your problem. That was your decision to come in the ring like that. With all that costume and all of that stuff like that on. Probably with the head thing, it probably was affecting your breathing and all of that stuff like that too. When you come now, from now on to come in the ring, come do your business. If you're going to wear something flashy or whatever, put on some flashy shorts or a flashy robe or something like that. But, all that extra weight and all that other stuff that's going to affect your game plan or whatever the situation is not good. And then the other thing you were saying, you was upset that your corner threw in the towel, that you were a warrior, you wanted to fight to the finish. Well, it's better to see another day, to be able to come back and fight again than just go ahead and get killed in that ring, because that's what you look like you was headed for. You was headed to get killed in that ring if they didn't stop that fight. You know, you didn't show no kind of defense. You wasn't backing him up. He was coming all forward and stuff like that. And he was knocking you around like a kid. Okay. So I already said from the first fight he was being outboxed. He was losing until that one punch. And you should have learned from that. So I feel like with Deontay Wilder, I feel like he needs to go back to the gym and learn how to fight, learn how to box. Go back into the boxing gym and learn how to box if you're going to continue to stay in this game, because now that power shot didn't get off this time. So it's not, you know, you're not always going to get that power shot off. That's exactly what happened in this fight. So don't make no more excuses. Just get back to work. I know you're upset. But that's basically what it is, and everybody could see that. So the more you make excuses, you're making yourself look bad. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to find a reason to knock down Tyson's performance. You know, he was, like he said, he was his parents named him Tyson after Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So, and he came up to box in the heavyweight and become champ. You know, understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I guess he lived up to his name, you know. So he had a cause, you know, behind his name and the story behind his name and everything like that too. So you have to understand that, you know, people have plans, and you can't be one-dimensional, or, you know, you can't have just one plan. You know, if this is not working, then you have to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not getting off that overhand right, or whatever the situation is, then you have to resort to boxing and stuff like that. And it seemed like you didn't have that backup plan, is basically what I'm trying to say. Right, so you want to fight to the finish, you know, like a warrior, whatever the situation is. And, you know, we do understand that, but this is not the MMA. This is, you know, boxing, and, you know, I guess your trainers want to see you come back and, you know, fight again and stuff like that. They don't want you to get beat up to the point so bad that, you know, you won't be able to fight this guy again, because I guess a rematch is maybe in your clause, or whatever the situation is, that you could fight him again if you lost. So you lost, and your thing is to go back into the gym and learn how to box, you know, get some boxing skills together. If you think you could beat him again, I'm not so sure that you can, but, you know, anything is, you know, possible. You know, he might have instilled the fear in you that you're not going to want to probably let your hands go in the next fight or whatever. Because, you know, unless you get some, you know, some boxing skills and stuff like that, and learn how to dodge some punches and, you know, throw some combinations and stuff like that. So you was mad that they threw in the towel, but it's better to live to another day, because, you know, we done seen some fighters die in the ring, you know, lose their life, and we didn't want to see that with you. You know, Tyson Fury was knocking you all around a ring and everything like that, and every punch seemed to, you know, hurt you. Your legs was weak, and it just didn't seem like it was no coming back for you in this fight. Plus, your ear was bleeding. They thought it was the eardrum. So we thought, like, you know, your ear was, you know, maybe your hearing was going to be messed up in that ear or something like that. Then I'm not sure what the bottom line is, but they're saying it was just a tear. But anything with, blood coming out of me, I'd be, it'd mess my head up, it'd mess my psyche up or whatever the situation is. But I guess with men, y'all strong, and if you're in that ring or whatever the situation is, Evander Holyfield kept fighting after Mike Tyson bit his ear off. They should have stopped that fight from right there and gave him the fight. But, he kept on fighting, and half his ear was off or whatever the situation is. So, I understand that you probably wanted to fight, but anything near my brain right there is my ears torn. So that means you punching me over here in my brain area. That's torn and that's bleeding. I don't know what's going on down in my ear and stuff. The only thing I want to do is, get to a doctor, you know what I'm saying, to see, what's going on there, whatever the situation is. So I don't know. That's strange. I don't think I ever seen, other than Tyson biting off, Evander Holyfield's ear, I don't think I ever seen like somebody ear be torn in the fight. So that was like strange for me, So that was bleeding a whole lot. You had a lot of blood all over you. There was a lot of blood all over Tyson, and I think that was coming from Deontay Wilder. All the blood in the ring, I think, was coming from Deontay Wilder. So it was a lot of blood that you was losing. That could make you weak and, throw you off, you know what I'm saying? Just, you're not all there, you're not all together, you're losing blood and stuff like that. So there probably was no coming back, and your corner probably seen that. You wasn't, throwing no power shots that was backing him off or anything like that. So it was just going to get worse and worse. So they threw in the towel so you could fight another day and you won't get messed up that bad, And you have to learn how to dodge blows too, like, Floyd Mayweather, bob and weave, duck and dive those punches and stuff like that. So, you was eating a lot of blows. So your ear was torn and you was losing a lot of blood. And Tyson even licked the blood off of your neck, your back, whatever. He put his tongue out there to taste your blood. So that right there was showing that, I guess he had you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that, That was kind of like a weird move right there. But, I guess he felt so confident and that he had you so sewn up and stuff like that, that he could just go ahead and stick his tongue out and lick blood off of your body, So that was a crazy look right there. The other thing I wanted to talk about, which is important, is that why you coming with different excuses and looking for things is because, you was at, I think, 41-0. So 41-0, so you only had like about 9 more fights before you would have been like 50-0. And then you would have matched up with Floyd Mayweather, and you would have had a good record like Floyd Mayweather. So he messed that up for you. This is the fight that you took a loss, and Tyson Fury messed it up for you, that you're not going to be 50-0. You're not going to do like Floyd Mayweather. So right now, only Floyd Mayweather is holding that title. He seemed like he's trying to come back to do some more fighting. Hopefully he don't mess up his record. Whatever he trying to do, MMA fighting or whoever he trying to fight or whatever the situation is. Hopefully he don't mess up his record. But I understand that that's probably one of the main things that's weighing on you, that he messed up your perfect record and you was on your way to 50-0 to match up with Floyd Mayweather. So that gotta hurt right there. But Floyd Mayweather is very disciplined. He stay in the gym. He don't be getting high and drunk and all of that stuff like that. And, when he come to fight, it's like all business and stuff like that. And, I believe he do watch old tapes and stuff like that of his fights. And I believe he do watch other, champs that came before him, to take some of these skills and incorporate it in with his skills and stuff like that, so when you get in the ring with him, you be thrown off, basically, even if you're the stronger man, with Floyd Mayweather, he's going to be so elusive and stuff like that, your power, you're going to be hitting air, and then your arms is going to get tired, and then, your power is not 100% anymore, you know what I'm saying? So he probably beat you down a stretch, because you exhausted yourself or whatever the situation is. Those are some of the skills that Deontay Wilder that you need to learn. So I think that's one of the things that you're probably upset about, your perfect record being destroyed, and you probably was trying to get to that 50-0. But I think you did still, to this point, fight like a champ, because, if you seen from the first fight that he was outboxing you, you could have probably dodged this fight and fought somebody else, but you wasn't dodging nobody. You took the fight and everything like that, but, you just wasn't prepared for it, or it wasn't your night. So, and also it was Black History Month. So it was Black History Month. He messed up your record, and I think he was coming into some kind of Black History Month setup that you had going on. I'm not sure exactly everything that you was doing, but I think he was trying to represent for Black History Month, but he messed that all up. So it's like he's the white hope or whatever the situation is for, he came through, white guy beat the black guy, or whatever the situation is in Black History Month, and messed up his record, you know what I'm saying? Made him lose his power punch. We didn't see it, you know what I'm saying? And exposed that he didn't know how to box, you know what I'm saying? So a lot went on Saturday night with that fight, a lot of exposing, was done. Only thing that I can say against Tyson Fury was that I did see punching in the back of the head, and the referee didn't say anything about it. I don't think those shots is legal or whatever, but I think I did see the punching in the back of the head. That could have messed you up too. I think, the punching in the back of the head, when you get an upload to the back of the head, I don't think that's good. And I think that's illegal. So the ref didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing either. You didn't complain about it while you was in the ring either. So I guess it's too late now. So the other thing I just wanted to say to bring this to closing is stop coming out with more and more excuses, Deontay Wilder. You lost the fight. You looked at bad. You looked at outclassed, and you look like you didn't have no boxing skills. So you know what you have to do. So if you come back, if you get another fight, a rematch, you come back, and don't come back too soon. You know what I'm saying? Go learn how to box. Do some boxing training. Get with somebody or whatever, and get your skills together before you come back. Don't just come running and jumping back in that ring. So that's in closing. Please don't make no more excuses, because it's starting to make you look bad. And you want a rematch or whatever the situation is, don't run back in here real quick or whatever the situation is. If it is going to be quick, make sure you put a lot of time into your boxing skills. Okay, so I want y'all to like and subscribe this video. Subscribe. I can't stress that enough. And like the video. So Deontay Wilder, I don't think coming back too soon is a good idea for you. Okay, and congratulations to Tyson Fury. All right, so I'm out. Peace. Like and subscribe. Thank you.